Whale, good morning to you. Take a look at the whales purchasing AMC 13.9 thousand shares at $10.08, and then a few orders for 1,000, 4,000, and then another whale at 14.4K shares at $10.09 as well. As AMC's price bids up, I want to point out a few things. AMC is getting another price glitch at $9,999 a share over on the order book on Webull. But you can see right here on the left hand side, it's reporting $9.13, $9.91, and then $9,999. Well, if this isn't enough evidence for you, so is ticker symbol FNGR, another quote-unquote short squeeze play that we have been watching, with the bid at $6.06 and the ask at $248.99 reported over on the order book, which would be a massive percentage gain over on this stock. Are these tickers about to squeeze? We talked about the market entering a massive rally, and I think there is huge opportunities over the horizon. So without further ado, please hit the like button on this video. We have a lot of stuff to cover with AMC, GameStop, and then the overall market. Let's get into it. On top of those glitches happening, the volume is being reported wrong as well, which may not seem like a big deal, but it is a big deal. Python programming for AMC says the volume was 16.189394 million today, but MarketWatch, Webull, many others report 16.55. Now sure, one platform can be off, but can it actually be off? Because that is a difference of 360,606 shares. So what happened to 360K plus shares? Now I want to touch on the chart because the chart is exciting. We're up 2.71% on the day. Dude, the stock is trading basically at $1 pre-split. This is not exciting. I agree with you. However, the point of interest and our callouts have been to a T. AMC finally bringing in that volume. The volume faded. It broke out of this wedge. It based on the wedge, and now volume is increasing, which is exactly what we want to see. I said 1075 and 1325 this week. Now take a look from the low of AMC to the peak right here. The relative peak right around $11.15 was up 57%. Now I want you to remember that because this is important, and take a look at how this is tracking entering this point of interest right now as we speak. From the low back in January when AMC was up 57%, the same exact time frame, this is what it looked like. Okay, this is exactly where we got that big green candle to break us out of this wedge in January to get us to squeeze higher. Now that's not all. Take a look at the low to relative high before the June run up to $72 a share, or now post split $300 and something a share, up 57% near this relative peak. Got this sell-off, right? The same exact scenario before we started scaling higher and that volume started to come in. So none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but yes, I think AMC is about to scale higher, and it is a decent time to enter some calls, just in my personal opinion. No advice given. On top of that, something that correlates to AMC running is XRP. If you're new to the channel, XRP and AMC track together, and XRP has been scaling higher, looking beautiful, coming up on this point of interest entering November 13th all the way to December 17th. There's about a 1 month time frame for this point of interest where we said, listen, XRP is going to enter this zone, and it's either going to pick a bullish or bearish cycle for the medium to long term going forward, and I think it's going to be a bullish cycle just based off of how we are going into it. Now I think XRP by November 14th has a good shot at scaling up to about 70 cents. A quick touch on the AMC Ortex numbers: 6.55% short interest, utilization at 36%, the cost bar average still very low, right around 1%. 2.5 million shares available to borrow, with 26,000 calls expiring in the money on AMC. And if you take a look at the options chain, barely any puts expiring in the money, and more people are betting bullish for this week and the weeks to come on AMC as well. So that gamma ramp is slowly building. Okay, we had about 3 weeks so far with more call to put ratio expiring in the money. However, you can see when AMC's volume picks up, when the green candles pick up, the buying picks up, the whales start entering, these short exempts get higher and higher. We know that Citadel and these other market makers are dumping these exempt shares to keep the price down. Now GameStop trading at $13.08, up 2% on the day. I said in yesterday's video, most likely case scenario, GameStop is going to come up, test this wedge right around $13. Guess what's happening? It's coming up, it's testing that wedge. And then I also followed up in that video by saying it will get rejected likely and come back down to $10.10. I still think that is a valid point. On top of that, this is an anniversary where last Halloween, GameStop had this random parabolic move before coming back down. coming right back down. It gained 23% in about the first 30 minutes of trading and then ended up coming back down. I think this is just a temporary pop. 1.8 million shares available to borrow on GameStop. Call to put ratio still losing on the options chain even with this pop. However, more people are betting bullish, but I don't think that matters. Market makers are going to collect this premium. Finally, not insane news, but for GameStop, GameStop partners with Red Bull across 500 stores starting in early November. In early November, 500 GameStop stores across the country will begin selling select Red Bull products in stores. Again, not insane news, but it is another decent step for GameStop. AMC and GameStop both entering that food and beverage space. And now something else that's interesting, Bank of America cancels their stock lending and then reopens it again a day later. Yet another prime broker on the same day ended up shutting down. TD Prime. What is going on? You guys let me know in the comments down below. Is this some sort of bailout? Is this some sort of clock reset, hide fake shares type of thing? Let me know your tinfoil hat theories in the comments down below. Finally, a few extra things with banks. Charles Schwab begin layoffs amid a challenging year. And WANK, I want to talk about ticker symbol WANK. If you guys have seen this, it's just another LMNOP thing. This isn't a real ticker, yet we did get it trending. So don't go on your Webull searching up this ticker. Now, before we get into the overall market and my predictions, if you guys want to get in the Discord, you will not regret it. Get in now. I'm giving you guys about a week to get set up before we start the trading challenge. To join the Discord, follow me on Fanatically, all that good stuff. I'm in there on the daily so you can talk with me. I also post my trades. We post gains, post losses, and have options trading alerts in there. Overall, the best vibes in Discord. Get in the Discord. The link is right under the video. Plus, if you guys want up to 16 free stocks, each valued up to $2 grand per stock, use my link, sign up for Moo, and deposit even $1 into your account to start earning benefits from there. The more you deposit, the more benefits you get. But either way, it's a great platform to trade on that keeps your money insured, gives you free level 2 order book data, access to trading options, going long, going short, and more. That link is in the top of the description and pinned in the top comments with the Discord link. Moving on, hedge funds are angrily shorting the heck out of this market, according to JP Morgan. Now, does this bother me? No, not really. I don't think analysts matter. I don't think what hedge funds are doing really matter. And also, I don't see any proof in this data either. I was trading at 415.93, fighting that resistance level at 416, basically flat on the day. It had a flash down this morning and then came back up. Didn't quite get to that level around 417 that I wanted it to get rejected at. It actually got rejected a little bit sooner, but I still think the SPY is very strong. I do still hold my calls in the SPY. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. It is risky, trust me, but again, I am putting my money where my mouth is. Now, something you'll notice, and this is every single cycle I have drawn out, you can go look back at the September, October cycles on the S&P 500. We hit this relative bottom, and then the next day, we flash down every single time. And this is exactly the day that I think is happening before we get that rip. I think, at most, the SPY is going to have one flush today before continuing its rally. So if it flushes by the end of the day, I am still not scared. In fact, I did add more calls to my position. I still see the SPY coming up to 442.75 by mid-November. Now, 15 years ago today, Satoshi Nakamoto published the Bitcoin white paper. So shout out to the anniversary of Bitcoin. Speaking of Bitcoin, Jim Cramer says there is no way Bitcoin is going to $1 million. So I guess Bitcoin is going to $1 million. So shout out Bitcoin. And since we're on the topic, it is still just stagnated at this level right around 35K, fighting to break over that. I think once the SPY moves, Bitcoin is going to rip, or once Bitcoin moves, the SPY is going to rip. And keep in mind, we have FOMC rate hikes tomorrow. And I think even if something bad comes out, it's already priced into the market. I see this thing going very green over the next couple of weeks, as well as AMC and a lot of other short squeeze plays. Overall, guys, that is what I got for you for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed watching or found value out of the video. Make sure to hit the like button on your way out. Check the links. I love you all. Lottery stocks out.